free tarot hour. If you're watching the replay, welcome. I will have the timestamps down below if you want to fast forward to your element or your sign. We will be shuffling to see what order we will be going in today. So just make sure that you check your timestamps. And we're gonna essentially start to get right into it. I'm gonna start pulling out all of my decks and getting all of the energies ready to go. We have our element cards here. We will shuffle those as we go. Let me go ahead and grab some tarot decks. Let's see what decks we want to use for today. We will use the modern witch deck. I have to be careful using this deck just because there are a lot of figures in here that are unclothed, so I will be careful when I'm showing these today. But we will use the modern witch deck for some of our messages, and then for clarity, you know what, we will stick with our traditional Rider-Waite deck. This is the, I want to say, I can't remember the name of this deck on Amazon. I want to say it's like the Continental deck. It's a travel size deck, and it does come in a tin, which I like. I've ordered 4 of these already. I've traveled like 50,000 miles with all of these, with all of my travels over the years, and I really love this deck. It is a wonderful deck. So that's what we will also be using. We will do our zodiac of importance for all of our signs as well, so we'll pull that out. I'm going to have that off to the side. Same with our affirmation. We will do an affirmation for every element as well, so I will have that off to the side too. And then we have our 2 oracle decks that we will be using for the themes for all of our elements. This is the Love Angels. I think this is actually called the Romance Angels, and this one is called the Life Purpose Angel, both by Doreen, I think. I can't remember how to say her last name, but those are the oracle decks that we will be using. So I'm excited. Welcome in. Before we fully get started, hi, aloha, my name is Alysia Marie. It's so nice to meet you. If you've never been here before, I go live every single day here on YouTube to give as many free tarot messages as possible. I've been reading tarot since I was a kid. I'm a real tarot reader, and we like to have a whole lot of fun over here. If you're into tarot, magic, or if you're looking for an amazing ohana to be a part of, please consider subscribing. Like I said, I go live here every day, and I also post videos regularly on my channel, whether it's ambient music, forecasts for each zodiac sign, astrology tidbits, deep dives, the whole 9. We just have a lot of fun over here. So I hope to see everybody around. Aloha, welcome in. We are just getting ready to start. I'm actually going to take a little sip of coffee, and then we're going to get into it. I will say that tomorrow is, also these messages are timeless, okay? So we have each zodiac sign, they are timeless. They are meant to come back and be rewatched as time goes on. So they are timeless no matter when you're watching it. However, I do have a promo code for the month of February for personal readings. That promo code is LOVE15, LOVE15, 15% off any personal reading, excluding flash readings. All of that information is in the description box below if you're watching the replay, and we're going to get into it. Aloha, welcome in. Welcome in. We're going to go ahead and shuffle and see what signs are we starting with this evening. What signs are we going to start with this evening? Going to go ahead and do a little... We're going to take this one, Earth. We are starting with Earth signs tonight. That's going to be Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo. You might have Capricorn, Taurus, or Virgo in your chart. You might be cross-watching for a Capricorn, Taurus, or a Virgo, or maybe you're just dealing with somebody during that time. Make sure you're watching even if it's not necessarily your sign, because we do a zodiac of importance for each one of these, and your sign might show up for one of these Earth signs. So if you are... a very loud car, sorry. If you are a Capricorn, Taurus, or a Virgo, or just watching to see if your sign comes up, step on up to the front. We're going to get right into it. We are going to start with the general overall themes for our Earth signs today. And I forgot to pull up my laptop over here. I like to have this pulled up just so I can make sure that everything is going well. All right, let's get into it. So Earth signs, let's see what's happening in terms of love. What do we have in terms of love for Earth signs? Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo. What is the themes coming in tonight? Again, these messages are timeless, so they could be, unraveling or evolving over the next couple of days, couple of weeks, couple of months. All right. We have pay attention to the red flags. The signs are cautioning you. I like this. Actually, this is all about our intuition, and I just posted a video, a short here, but also on all my other social media platforms, an intuition test. This is about listening to your intuition, paying attention to those red flags, not ignoring a red flag. If something seems like it's a little bit off, I would definitely listen to that over the next, couple of weeks here, or even just the next few days, really paying attention to those red flags and knowing that the signs are cautioning you for a reason. Let's go ahead and shuffle our general messages here. These are going to be general messages for earth signs. We have animals. You understand animals and communicate with them intuitively. Trust your inner guidance as the animals are a part of your life's work. This card is also the spirit animal as well. If you've been seeing a lot of a specific animal, maybe you've been seeing a lot of owls or squirrels or cardinals, maybe you live by the ocean, you've been seeing a lot of turtles, honus, definitely look into the spiritual meaning or the spiritual message of those animals as well. This could be your spirit guide, your ancestors, or your guardians trying to give some sort of message to you, okay? Let's go ahead and shuffle for all three of these. Aloha, if you're just joining, we are on earth signs. This is the first element of the evening, so you just came in, perfect timing. We're gonna go ahead and shuffle right now for Capricorn to add to these themes. And then we'll kind of go down the list here. So let's go ahead and shuffle for Capricorn. This came out right away. We have Queen of Pentacles. This is your elemental queen. We'll talk more about that here in a second. Let's go ahead and shuffle for Taurus. We have Five of Cups. And then Virgo. Let's go ahead and shuffle for Virgo. Flying out. Seven of Wands. Perfect. Yes, timing is always synchronicity over here. We love it. Okay, let's go ahead and dive right in. We will be clarifying with the second deck. So Capricorn, we have that Queen of Pentacles energy on top of that. Pay attention to the red flags as well as that animal card. Now, we're already being called into listening to our intuition. This is really interesting that we have the Queen of Pentacles coming up because there are animals on this card as well. She's very motherly. She is the mother card of the tarot deck. But she's very nurturing. She nurtures her seeds that she's planting. She knows that what she is really pouring her intention into is going to grow into something that is going to produce some sort of success, growth, or stability in her life. I want to go ahead and clarify and get another little message here. This is your elemental queen. She is the queen of earth signs, Capricorn, Taurus, and Virgo. So she is your queen. This is your divine feminine powerhouse. So for those of you that have been called into stepping a little bit more into that divine feminine powerhouse, now is the time to do so. And if you need to walk away from anything that is preventing you from doing that, this is going to be a great time to do it. We are actually going into the full moon in Leo. Actually, it's about to be midnight where I am right now. I don't know where everybody else is, but it's going to be the full moon in Leo Sunday the 1st. So when you're watching this, it's currently happening or maybe it already happened. And it's a perfect time for you to walk away from things that are no longer serving you. The full moon in Leo is all about illuminating things that have to do with our confidence, our heart center, and just things that make us feel strong in who we are. So if there is anything in your life that is making you feel as if you are not the Queen of Pentacles, now is a really good time to walk away from those things and release it. For the majority of you that might be resonating with this, your intuition has been telling you this already, and there may even be some spirit animal energy around you that has been trying to guide you as well. The Eight of Cups, you can see here that this figure is walking away from all 8 of those cups. It's interesting because you represent this figure. And this figure's been sitting here pouring themselves into these cups, trying to stack them into this pyramid. And we find out that no matter how we stack them, no matter how long we stay there pouring into these cups, it's never going to give us that ultimate fulfillment that the 10 of Cups would. And so being the Queen of Pentacles, go ahead and plant your new seeds of intentions, your manifestations, the things that you're trying to grow in your life, and really nurture those things. She doesn't just plant them and hope that they're gonna grow, magically like the Harry Potter spells. She plants them and she really attends to them. She makes sure that she's doing that inner work, the outer work. She's showing up for herself. She really takes that moment to find that internal balance, and she does so in a very grounded way. I love this message for all of you Capricorns. Let me go ahead and get a zodiac of importance here for you, and then we'll move on to Taurus. It's funny, I actually got some strength back in my leg. I love that. I love that. Not too bad, not too bad. I like that a lot. If these are resonating with you, if you are watching the replay, let me know in the comments how you feel about this. Zodiac of importance for Capricorn is Libra. So you might be dealing with a Libra over the next couple of days, the next few weeks. If you are a Libra cross-watching for a Capricorn, know that this is also your energy coming in for this reading. But also too, Libra in general is all about balance. And we just talked about, you know, really kind of coming into this place of nurturing our seeds in a very balanced energy, getting into that grounded space, and just knowing that your ideas and your dreams, you are bringing them down into reality through the balanced sort of vibe of Libra. Libra season might also be a season that you want to come back and rewatch this reading. There might be a couple of messages here that will be of importance during Libra season as well. So nice messages there. You might also have Libra in your chart. Definitely stick around if you have Libra in your chart for the air signs, okay? All right, moving on to Taurus. Taurus, we have the Five of Cups coming out. The Five of Cups signifies loss, grief, sadness. Sometimes this is disappointment. The thing about all the fives in the tarot deck is there is almost kind of like this simple answer. And I know that things are never as simple as they seem, but all the five cards is this energy of if we could just turn around and start moving in this new direction, we will start moving towards some sort of gain, some sort of healing, some sort of pathway towards something to regain after a loss. You can see that there are these two cups behind you. So yeah, maybe there's something here that didn't work out the way we thought it would. Maybe there is some sort of, you know, red flags that are being kind of lit up in our head, right? This pay attention to the red flags, like your intuition might be going off right now telling you that this just isn't working. And yes, it's disappointing, and yes, it feels like loss and grief, and nobody wants to force you or try and push you to go through that too quickly. However, there are still opportunities here for you to be able to move forward, kind of cross this bridge and go into this new environment to find some new fulfillment in the future. Let me go ahead and see what, look at this, Six of Swords coming out as your clarifying card. Going from times of chaos or uneasy energy into more tranquil waters, tranquil times. So it's really saying, let's move from this energy of feeling like loss and disappointment, and let's try and put ourselves in a new environment. This card can also represent travel. It can represent rearranging your home or your space, maybe moving into a new home. This is really allowing yourselves to move from one environment into another, putting yourself into some sort of new space to find new fulfillment after the fact. When I see the Six of Swords, a lot of the times I think of this energy of just packing everything up in the middle of the night, running away and starting over. And sometimes it feels that way, especially when we have a Five of Cups moment where it's like, wow, that's a disappointment. I did not expect whatever this was to end the way that it did. This could be a relationship with somebody, whether it's romantic, platonic, or otherwise. Maybe this person has showed their true colors and you really did not expect that to happen, but your intuition is telling you now is the time to maybe pick up these cups and continue moving in a new direction. This animal card, I think, for you can also be emotional support animals. For all of my Taurus friends that are watching that really love their animals, their pets, or just spending time in nature, that might also help throughout this journey, especially if you are healing or trying to regain your balance or footing after a period of feeling like there is loss or grief or some sort of having to move in a new direction. For some of you, this may have to do with housing as well. And I'm going to go ahead and actually pull out your zodiac of importance here to see that zodiac of importance of when this might be happening. We do have Aries, and there was a bonus of Cancer as well, so I am going to take both of them. Aries season is not far from now, so for those of you that have had not so stable housing situation or a job or something that somewhere that you spend a lot of your time, just know that there might be that feeling of grief or loss come Aries season, but you will end up finding a new place because we do have that Six of Swords here, and then that new place we might be finding come Aries season or Cancer season, okay? Aries season is going to be the beginning of spring, so this is going to be mid-March through mid-April, and then Cancer season is mid-June through mid-July, okay? So you might want to come back and rewatch this video, Aries or Cancer season, just to kind of see if there are some other messages here. But Taurus, I'm going to say the biggest thing to take away from this reading today for you is going to be pay attention to your intuition. If your intuition is telling you that things are probably going to end badly for whatever this situation might be in your life, it might be good to be proactive and just start putting yourself in some sort of new environment, allowing yourself to say, okay, my job is starting to feel a little shaky. Let me start putting out feelers for a new job. Or, you know, my living situation, I'm not sure if I really like this anymore. I don't know, maybe they're going to sell the place, whatever it is. Start putting out some feelers, okay? Your intuition is trying to guide you into more tranquil and calm times, not necessarily such chaotic waters, okay? So that's a nice message for Taurus. Sometimes when we see that Five of Cups, that we immediately feel like there's going to be some sort of negative message or some sort of sad message, but I think these two together is kind of nice because, yeah, there is some sort of disappointment, but we are going in some sort of new positive direction where we will be able to kind of start new, and it's not starting from square one because we do still have some of those cups behind us. Okay. Let's go ahead and move over to Virgo. Virgo, you have the Seven of Wands. This is that defensive energy, feeling like we have to defend ourselves, defending our actions. Sometimes this also feels like it's us against the world, okay? Now with this sort of pay attention to the red flags in combination with that, I feel like for a lot of you, I wouldn't burn the candle at both ends. Only defend yourself or only put up a fight or only feel like you need to do that when your intuition is telling you. I hope that makes sense. Let me go ahead and clarify for you and get another tarot card. But Virgo, there is that energy of you're in a place right now where you're feeling like you have to defend yourself or it's you against the world. Don't put all of your energy in fighting against everyone or everything. Use your discernment. Five of Swords here. There's a lot of energy between you and Taurus as well. You may even be dealing with a Taurus. But the Five of Swords is another one of those five situations where it's like if we could just turn around and just start moving in a new direction, things will start to feel a lot easier for us. The Five of Swords overall is like we're at the end of a fight, we're at the end of the war, we are no longer fighting. Like it's come to an end at this point. And so, you know, if you're still feeling like you have to defend yourself, if you're still feeling like it's you against the world, you might just be fighting against nothing and we're just feeling that energy when universe is really trying to tell you, let's pay attention to red flags and start moving forward. Take the lessons from the situation. All of these swords that are on the ground here, you could see like everybody else is walking away. Anything that you were defending yourself against, anything that you felt like you had to fight for, it's not even there anymore. You know, you don't have to do this anymore. If anything, universe is telling you to pick up your swords and start moving on. And these swords really represent the lessons that were learned, the experiences, what is it that we're going to take with us and what are we leaving behind. And I think intuitively, Virgo, a lot of you have already been feeling this way. That's a spirit animal thing for, let me be honest, a lot of earth signs in general that are watching this right now, you've probably been seeing some sort of animal regularly, whether it's a bird, whether it's a bug, whatever it is. It feels like we've been seeing an animal a lot. I would highly recommend jumping on the internet and looking up the spiritual meaning of whatever that is. For some of you, you might also be having dreams of this, okay? If you're dreaming about a whale, look up the representation of a whale. Like, what is that spiritual meaning of that, okay? Let's go ahead and get a zodiac of importance for you as well, Virgo. I feel like the big message here for you, Virgo, is essentially saying stop fighting. Stop defending yourself. Stop fighting. Let's turn and shift our energy inward. I would hate to see you start off a new month. And again, these are timeless, right? But we're live right now recording this on the 31st. Technically it's the 1st now for me. It just turned midnight, but we're, 31st cusp into February. I would hate to see you start a new month or start a new quarter of the year or a new season continuing to defend yourself or fight from things that are a previous season. Don't even give access to your energy that way. Let's turn and focus in on our intuition, healing from things, processing, releasing it, and making space for new. Let's go ahead and get a zodiac of importance here for you, Virgo. If you're just joining, welcome. We are finishing up Earth signs right now. This is the first element of the evening. We will be shuffling to see what element we're moving into. If you're just joining and you are an Earth sign, or if you are cross-watching for an Earth sign, go ahead and feel free to rewind to the beginning of the live. I also post these. You had three. You had three signs come out here, Virgo, of importance. You have yourself, so let's not fight ourselves anymore. Let's not block our own blessings here. You also have Capricorn. I did mention you having some connection here with Taurus and Capricorn. Then you also have Pisces. Pisces season is right around the corner. It is the next season. Okay, so you might have this in your chart. You might be dealing with somebody that has this in their chart. But I'm gonna be honest. I think this Virgo and Capricorn energy really just just represents you and your element as a whole. More than likely, all of you Virgos related to or resonated with all of these messages this evening, okay? And Pisces season might be the season where we start to find ourselves no longer fighting, right? No longer defending ourselves. We're at the end. We're taking our lessons and we're moving on. All right. Nice messages there. And we're going to go ahead and shuffle your affirmation for all of the earth signs. I do post these for replays, okay? So if you ever miss your sign, or if you ever just miss a day and you want to go in and see what the messages are, if you feel drawn to that video, make sure you go in there. I'm time stamping it now so you can fast forward to your elements and your signs. Let's go ahead and get a affirmation for the earth signs. This one wanted to pop, so we're going to take it. I am grateful for all that is unfolding in my life and all that is yet to come. I am grateful for all that is unfolding in my life and all that is yet to come. That's going to be your affirmation, at least for the next 24 hours. All right, these are timeless, so whenever you're seeing this, this will be your affirmation for the next 24 hours. And we're going to go ahead and move on to the next element. Let's go ahead and shuffle and see what is the next element we will be reading for this evening. I hope everybody is doing well. Aloha, welcome in, welcome in. Let's go ahead and see what element are we moving into? Air signs, Aquarius, Libra, Gemini. You're at a concert. Oh my gosh, what concert are you at? Let me know. We are moving into air signs, Aquarius, Libra, Gemini. If you have Aquarius, Libra, or Gemini in your charts, go ahead and step on up to the front. If you're cross-watching for Aquarius, Libra, Gemini, go ahead and hang out. And if you're not any of those signs, maybe just hang out, because we do shuffle zodiacs of importance for every single sign, and your sign might come up, so you might be dealing with an air sign. I'm going to go ahead and shuffle out all of these cards while we get ready for the air signs. For those of you that are just joining, or maybe for those of you that are like, yeah, I really like her style of reading, I want to get a personal reading. Well, lucky you, you can get a personal reading with me at any time. If you go over to themagicsiren.com, you can get a personal reading with me. I offer emailed readings, live sessions, one-on-ones. We do mentorships over there. I even have same-day flash readings. Flash readings are my most affordable and quickest option when it comes to a personal reading. It is a 3-card spread. It's about 8 to 10 minutes long. I video record it. I send it to you. You can download the video and keep it forever. All that information is over on my website, themagicsiren.com. I also have a Patreon. Our Patreon is full of emotional fulfillment and happiness, but I post every day over there. We have a good time. We do our live full moon and new moon readings. You get 4 guaranteed personal readings every month, so go and check it out. And we're going to get ready to shuffle for the air signs. I cannot believe that you're at a concert, but you're still hanging out with us. True member of the Ohana. I love that. And we have somebody else from the 808 in here, so welcome in, welcome in. And we have a friend from Paris in here. Bonjour, welcome. All right, we're going to go ahead and get started with our air signs. Let's go ahead and dive into the air signs. All right, here we go. Let's go ahead and get our themes overall for all of the air signs: Aquarius, Libra, Gemini. What do we got going on in terms of love and emotions? What's going on with our love oracles here for Aquarius, Libra, Gemini? Let's see what we got. We're asking universe and spirit for messages in love for all of our air signs: Aquarius, Libra, Gemini. What do we got coming in terms of love and emotional fulfillment? We have you deserve love, you are lovable. This is the card of self-love and self-care, okay? This is the card of self-love and self-care. This is essentially saying putting yourself at the top of your priority list when it comes to all of the emotional fulfillment, the cups that you're pouring into. This is very much pouring into your own cups right now, understanding that you deserve love, that you deserve the highest form of love. You are worthy of that. And if there's anything or anyone in your life that doesn't meet you on that level, maybe this is a good time to create some distance and space and really focus in on self-love and self-care. Let's go ahead and see what we got for the general messages for Aquarius, Libra, Gemini right now. Messages outside of love. Could be love as well too. We have strength. Everything you've experienced in your life has made you strong and courageous. Very fitting coming in for this full moon in Leo. This is that little extra confirmation that you have strength not only for your own self-love and self-care, but you have the strength, courage, wisdom, and knowledge to really overcome any obstacle or challenge that you are currently having right now in your life. All right, that strength card is powerful. Some of you might be dealing with a Leo, but let's go ahead and shuffle and see what we got going on. So we're going to shuffle for Aquarius real quick here. Let's see what's going on for Aquarius in terms of all of these general themes that you deserve love, as well as that strength card. That strength card also comes out and says you have the strength to walk away from things that do not give you the love that you deserve. Okay, so that's very specific for somebody that's watching here. We have the Ace of Swords, wonderful energy for Aquarius here. Ace of Swords, we'll clarify that in just a minute. We'll shuffle for Libra. We'll shuffle for Libra. Let's go ahead and see what's going on with Libra. Three of Cups. Love that energy, Libra. We are not letting anything stop us from having a good time. And Gemini. Let's go ahead and see what's going on for Gemini. And then we'll talk about all of them. What's going on with Gemini? This one did fall, so we're going to take it. Nine of Cups in reversal. All right, so a little bit of challenge and obstacle there, but that's all right. Let's go ahead and see what's going on. So, Aquarius, you have the Ace of Swords. The Ace of Swords represents new opportunities for communications, ideas, analytics, and logics. The sword suit is your element. It is air element here. But this is all about how we communicate things, how we think about things, how we execute those plans. It's really about working smarter, not harder. It's logics over everything else. It's analytics as well. So when we see any of the Ace cards, you're always going to see that the universe, there's this hand coming out of a cloud. That is the universe handing you this element to use. We are using this to cut away anything that might be stopping us from all the self-love and self-care, from the love that we deserve. Okay, we're using that sword and we're cutting it away. Maybe we are using that sword with our strength to be able to say, I'm moving forward and I'm overcoming any obstacle. I'm going to overcome that obstacle with my power of communications, my power of thinking outside the box. Working smarter, not harder. Let's go ahead and clarify. Let's go ahead and see what else Tarot needs us to know for this message for Aquarius over here. What else do we need to know for this Ace of Swords? Beautiful energy. The Empress is coming out. You are in a place of extreme attraction right now. So first and foremost, when we think about this card with that you deserve love as well as that Ace of Swords, there is this sort of, there's this energy coming from universe saying, listen, whatever you want right now, if you truly think about it, where there's a will, there's a way. You're going to create that. You are going to literally birth it into your reality. The Empress is the most attractive card in the tarot deck, okay? And she's not just attractive on the outside. Yes, all of you Aquarius that are watching this right now, you have this power of attraction on the outside. But more importantly, there's this attraction on the inside. That's the attraction that she uses with this crown right here. This crown right here is what connects her to her higher self, her sort of energy to the cosmos, the ethereal energy, and she uses that to create what she wants in this reality. She uses her power of fertility to birth the things that she wants. And I think the biggest thing here for you Aquarius is going to be use that power of your mind. Use that power of your mind. Use the power of the law of attraction, right? We talk about most attractive card in the deck, law of attraction, okay? Using that to your best benefit and doing so in self-love, even whenever we need to pull from that inner strength. For some of you, you might be still holding attachment or holding on to a person or holding on to something that maybe is not benefiting or returning the love, right? We have to make sure that all the love that we're pouring out is also being reciprocated. If there is something there where there's not that equal give and take, then maybe we do need to pull from that inner strength to know that we're being asked to use our Empress energy for ourselves, for our own self-love, self-care. What is it that you want without worrying about anybody else, right? What is it that Aquarius wants? What do you want, Aquarius? And how are you going to use that power of the mind to bring it into reality, okay? I think this is beautiful. I think this is really empowering. I think for some of you, you're probably like, oh, okay, I don't necessarily want to like stop or cut a line of energetic exchange, but if you're not getting anything in return, if they're not meeting you on that level, that's where the self-love and self-care comes from. Pull from that inner strength and know that you're Empress right now. Cut whatever needs to be cut so you can start to create or birth that reality that you desire into your reality. Let's go ahead and get a zodiac of importance for you, Aquarius. Let's go ahead and get a zodiac of importance for Aquarius. What's going on here? Zodiac of importance for Aquarius. Zodiac of importance for Aquarius. We have Leo. Leo energy. I mentioned Leo at the very beginning of this before I even pulled for all of you, okay? I did mention some of you might be dealing with Leos. Leo season might be of importance as well, okay? You may have Leo in your chart somewhere too. Make sure you go and check if you do have Leo in your chart where that placement is. If you need help with discerning how to see where this would fit in your life due to that, put it in the comments if you're watching the replay or if you're watching live, and I will try to help you with figuring out how that fits into your chart as well. So you might have Leo in your chart. You might be dealing with a Leo that could be in their sun, moon, rising. You might be a Leo cross-watching for an Aquarius, or Leo season is going to be mid-July through mid-August. So you might want to come back and rewatch this video during Leo season. Maybe there was a message here that we need to revisit during that time as well. You might also just see some of those things that you're trying to birth into reality through that Empress starting to really grow and thrive during Leo season. Okay? All right, let's go into Libra. Libra, look at you. Look at you, Libra. We are spending time with friends, with family. We are celebrating. We're having a good time. Maybe you're going to be going out to a concert. I know there's some concert goers that were watching that hopped in real quick. Maybe you're going to an art museum. You're just doing things that make you happy. You're doing things and celebrating your life, and you're spending time with friends and with family. And honestly, you're doing exactly what you're supposed to be doing right now. So I'm very curious to know what Tarot has to add to this message. What is the clarity that universe is going to bring in? The moon. Here's the thing, the moon is in reversal, okay? When we see reversals in a tarot reading, it can represent something that has already happened, or there might be a slight challenge or a slight obstacle that is preventing us from seeing this in its upright position. The moon in its upright position represents this energy of things coming to the surface that maybe we didn't see. You can see on the card here that this moon is shining light on this like scorpion behind these two wolves that are howling at the moon. So it's almost kind of like this energy of saying there are things that are happening behind the scenes that we're not paying attention to, and now is the time to pay attention to it, right? So this energy says there are secrets or unknown pieces of information that have come to the surface recently. And this is being recorded right now during the energy of a full moon, okay? We have this full moon in Leo, ironically. So with that being said, Libra, even though we're having a good time and we're doing the things that we're supposed to be doing, okay? We're spending time with friends, we're spending time with family, we're doing things that make us happy, we're celebrating. That doesn't mean that we completely turn a blind eye to things that are happening that have come to the surface. If there are some things that have come to the surface recently, okay, and we haven't fully seen that reality of it, make sure you are clocking it, make sure you are processing it, and you're putting it into practice. All right, all I'm saying is that sometimes when things come to the surface, we say that ignorance is bliss, but ignorance is not bliss on this one. Don't pretend that it's not there and close your eye and turn a blind eye. It's not going to disappear that way. If somebody's showing their true colors, make sure we believe that. If somebody is showing you who they truly are, make sure you're continuing to choose yourself with self-love and self-care. Pull from that inner strength and be able to start moving forward, okay? We're choosing ourselves right now. And if there are some pieces of information or secrets that have come to the surface, when somebody shows their true colors, believe them. All right? Believe them. I know this is a little bit of a shorter message here for you, Libra, but all I'm saying is, yes, you're supposed to be spending time doing things that make you happy, but that doesn't mean that we ignore everything else that's happening too, okay? Like, I know that sometimes Delulu is the Salulu, but we can't be in Delulu all the time. maybe like 1% of the day we check back into that reality and ask ourselves, is there anything that we need to actually clock right now? Okay. Let's go ahead and get a zodiac of importance here for you, Libra. Welcome in if you're just joining. Hi, like and subscribe. Like number 4 may have general whatever comes out for me. Yes, if you are here, we are doing messages for each zodiac sign. We are on air signs right now, Aquarius, Libra, Gemini, and we just had a Libra join just in time, so I love that. If you're coming in a little bit late, you can always rewind it as well. We've already done earth signs, Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo. We're doing air signs right now, Aquarius, Libra, Gemini. We still have fire and water signs to go, so make sure you continue to hang out. I go live every single day, all right? So if you're not subscribed, consider subscribing if you enjoy tarot, magic, or if you're just looking for an amazing ohana to be a part of, okay? And let's go ahead and see what's going on with this zodiac of importance for Libra. Zodiac of importance for Libra. Virgo. You might be dealing with a Virgo. Hey, a Virgo might be the one that had some secrets. There may have been a Virgo in your life that was keeping secrets from you, and that has come to the surface recently, okay? Make sure you clock it. Make sure you clock it. If there's unknown pieces of information, like I said, this moon card is secrets are no fun. And if this is in reversal, I feel like this already happened, Libra. This already happened. So there is something here that you learned. Maybe you learned it from a friend. Maybe a friend slipped and said something and you're just kind of ignoring it or sweeping it under the rug. But now is not the time to do so. By choosing self-love and self-care, remember, you deserve love. You have the strength to be able to choose love. Your self-love is making sure that you also speak up for yourself and you speak up about that, and you maybe call somebody out on it, okay? Again, it might be a Virgo. You might have Virgo in your chart. You might be a Virgo watching this right now and you are dealing with a Libra. Just throwing that out there. We have cross watchers all the time, okay? Virgo season might be a season of importance for you as well. So maybe make a mental note to come back to this video during Virgo season, but Virgo season might be a season where we see some positive shifts or changes when it comes to the situation, all right? Nice messages there, and we are going to move on to Gemini. We're going to move on to Gemini. Here we go. So Gemini, you have the Nine of Cups in reversal. This is one of those reversals, again, challenge or obstacle, could have already happened. I'm going to be honest, intuitively feels more like challenge or obstacle here. The Nine of Cups in the upright is that card of things can be fulfilled for you. Wishes could be fulfilled for you. The thing is that we need to know what that is. This is that card where everything feels okay, but it's not like absolute 10 of Cups. Everything is amazing. You know what I mean? A lot of the times when we see this Nine of Cups energy, it's like we need to ask ourselves the bigger picture questions. And I feel like for a lot of you Geminis, I know I have Gemini all throughout my charts, there is this need for us to really remember what the answers to those questions are. And if you don't remember the answers to those questions, now is the time to ask. Those questions are going to be questions along the lines of, what does self-love look like for me? What does my inner strength, or what is my inner strength made up of? What experiences have I had that can really help me get through anything that I might be having some, a difficult time overcoming, challenge, obstacle. But also too, Nine of Cups questions are bigger pictures like, what does success mean to me? What does love mean to me? What do I need in life in order to be happy or to be fulfilled? If I were to wake up tomorrow and have everything that I want, what does that consist of? If you actually remember those answers to those questions and you implement it, the Three of Wands is coming out and saying, you know what you want, so what are you waiting for? This feels like this limbo. You've taken time to ask these questions to yourself already, and you've answered them. And for some of you, you may have answered these weeks ago, months ago even. And universe is asking, why haven't we started moving towards those things yet? Any sort of obstacle or challenge, even if it's reality or self-made, if you choose self-love and you know that you have the strength to overcome any obstacle, you have the strength to literally cut away anything that's in your path to get you there, because the Three of Wands is like, there are paths there. There are paths to get you to where you want to be. You just got to do it. This is that energy of just do it. I feel like the Three of Wands, we should just put a Nike check mark on it. This should be, the slogan for this should be, just do it. Just do it. Make your dreams a reality. Make the things that you want in your life a reality. You can, if anyone can do it in this spread, it's going to be Geminis. Right? But I think the biggest message here for you is to remember what the answers were to those questions, right? What do you want? If you think about success, what is success for you now? Because obviously what success is and what love is and all those things, what do we need to be they're constantly going to shift and change as you obtain those things. So take a moment right now going into this sort of new episode or journey in your life, okay? And ask yourself, what do I need in order to feel like I'm successful in my life right now? Okay, I'm answering that question. Now I'm going to make it happen. That Three of Wands says, what are you waiting for? What are you waiting for, Gemini? What are you waiting for? You waiting for a green light? You waiting for the perfect time? There's never going to be the perfect time. The perfect time is going to be the time where you decide that you deserve it and you pull from your inner strength to make it happen. Let's get a zodiac of importance here. That one's kind of a powerful message, I'm not going to lie. Let's go ahead and get a zodiac of importance for Gemini. And if you're watching, if you have not liked this video yet, please give it a like. Consider subscribing and comment what your zodiac sign is. Maybe put your sun, your moon, and your rising sign in the comments. Let me know. We have Aries. So Aries season is right around the corner. Aries season has come out a lot over the last couple of nights. And it makes sense because the spring equinox is the first day of Aries season. That is actually the first zodiac of the new year, okay? And we could talk about that another day. But you might be dealing with an Aries. You might have Aries somewhere in your charts, or Aries season might be the season where we finally start to see some of the growth that comes from that just do it energy. Gemini, if you decide to do it now, and you decide to answer those questions and allow those questions, or the answers to those questions be your guide, by Aries season, you might find yourself obtaining those things, okay? You might also be in Aries cross-watching for a Gemini. And there you go. So let's go ahead and get the affirmation for the air signs, and then we will shuffle for the next elements. We have I let go of what is no longer serving me, and I am open to what is very fitting for the air signs this evening. I let go of what is no longer serving me, and I am open to what is very fitting, very, very fitting, because I did start this entire theme for the air signs talking about you deserve love, and if you need to pull from your inner strength to walk away or create space from things that are not reciprocating that love, do so now. Release it now and open yourself up to what will bring in that love in return. So wonderful energies there for the air signs. All right, we are going to move into our next element. Let's go ahead and see what it is. We only have 2 cards left, so I'm just going to go like this. We're going to see water. We're going into water signs, so fire signs will be last. We're going into water signs, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. I'm going to go ahead and clear out the table, and we're going to get ready to move into water signs. If you're just joining, welcome. We have already done earth signs, Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo. We've already done air signs, Aquarius, Libra, Gemini. If you're just joining and you have that in your chart somewhere, you can go ahead and rewind this live and go and watch it, okay? I also post these lives after we are done, and I timestamp the bottom of the video, so you can always go ahead and fast forward and rewatch it and have a good time. Thanks for Libra reading. Yes, of course, thank you for being here. I appreciate every single one of you that watch the live as well as the replay. And again, I hope that you're subscribed. I hope I see you again tomorrow. I go live every single day over here. If you've never seen me before, well, it's nice to meet you. My name is Alysia Marie. I'm the Magic Siren here on YouTube and on all the other social media platforms. So, you know, go follow me where you like to find your content and have a good time. Okay, like I said, I go live every day. I've been reading tarot pretty much my whole life. Grew up in a house of tarot readers and practitioners, so we have a good time doing so. And I'm a real reader, and it's something that's a little bit more generational in my family, so we have a good time. We have a good time over here. We give real readings. And if you would like a real reading with me privately, you can always go to themagicsiren.com and get a personal reading. I do have a promo code every single month. The promo code for the month of February is LOVE15, LOVE15. That's going to be for 15% off any personal reading. That's going to be any live session or emailed reading excluding flash readings, okay? Flash readings are already my most affordable option. They're same day and they're a whole lot of fun. Go ahead and check it out at themagicsirens.com if you are interested. If you ever have questions, you can always email me at themagicsirens.com or themagicsirens@gmail.com. All right? I'm just going to go ahead and continue shuffling this out, and then we're going to get right into it for the water signs. I'm also over on Patreon. We post every single day on Patreon. Come and join the coven. It's a good time. We go live every full moon and new moon for live personal readings. You get 4 guaranteed personal readings per month over there as well. There's a lot of benefits over on the Patreon, so go and check it out. All the links will be in the description below if you are watching the replay. And if you're not watching the replay and you're live here right now, if you go over to my channel, all the links for all of these things are over there as well. All right? All right. I'm going to take a little sip of coffee. I know it's very late where I am, but I'm still drinking coffee. And we're going to get right into our water signs. We're going to get right into our water signs. All right, water signs. Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, step on up. You might have this in your sun, your moon, your rising. Make sure when you're watching these that you do watch your sun, your moon, and your rising sign for a complete picture, okay? Again, these messages are timeless. So whenever you're watching them, they will probably resonate for you. If they don't, that's okay too. Go ahead and watch another one of these videos. You can always come back and re-watch them later on. They are meant to do that as well. And we're going to go ahead and get right into it. Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. Let's go ahead and see what's going on in terms of love for the element of water. So I'm going to start shuffling here. I'm asking, well, that came out immediately. Didn't even have to ask. Thank you, universe. We have finances and career. Financial issues are a factor in your love life right now. I think for the majority of you water signs, we are not necessarily focused on relationships or emotional fulfillment. We're probably a little bit more focused on our career, our finances, our personal projects, things of that nature, okay? And honestly, that's probably a good thing, at least for the next couple of days. Let's go ahead and see what's going on in terms of general messages here, okay? What do we got for some general messages for water signs? Another animals. This came out for earth signs. So for some of you, you might be dealing with earth signs, Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo, or the next earth season, which would be Taurus season, might be a season of importance for you. But this animal card does say you understand animals and communicate with them intuitively. Trust your inner guidance as the animals are part of your life's work. But this also is the card for spirit animals as well as animals that you might be seeing reoccurringly. You might be seeing a bird, the same type of bird over and over again. Maybe you've been seeing a lot of cats or a lot of dogs. Take note of that. Look it up on the internet. Ask, go to the search and ask, what is the spiritual meaning of cats? What is the spiritual meaning of a cardinal? That might be your ancestors or your spirit guides trying to give you some sort of message here. Dragonflies, ask, what is the meaning of dragonflies? There might be a message that your universe or your spirit team, your guardian angels, your ancestors are trying to relay to you through that animal as well, okay? So let's go ahead and we are going to go a little bit deeper into each individual sign here. So we're going to shuffle for Cancer first. Let's go ahead and see what's going on for Cancer. What's going on with Cancer in relation to these overall themes and messages? I'm asking universe and spirit for Cancer. Cancer, you have 3 of Cups. This was also Libra, I believe. So Cancer, you might be dealing with a Libra. Just throwing that out there. But you have the 3 of Cups coming out. We'll go ahead and talk about that more in just a minute. Scorpio. Scorpio, you have the 7 of Wands in reversal. There was an earth sign that had this. Virgo. Virgo had this in the upright. You might be dealing with a Virgo. Just throwing that out there. But we have that 7 of Wands in reversal. We'll talk more about that in just a minute. And then Pisces, you have the Wheel of Fortune. Really nice messages there for Pisces. We have positive shifts and changes. The wheel is in the upright for you right now. We'll talk more about that in just a minute. Let's go ahead and go over to our Cancer friends. Okay, we will be clarifying with another deck here in just a minute. So Cancer, you have that finances and career card. Okay, so really focusing in on our finances, our career, our personal projects, things like that. We're not necessarily putting like romantic love on the highest priority list right now, and that's okay. More than likely, it's because things in terms of of relationships in your life are going okay. I don't think there's necessarily anything horrible going on in your life right now in terms of relationships, because we do have the Three of Cups. This is spending a lot of time with friends, with family, and just community as a whole. The Three of Cups also represents celebration and joy and just doing things that make us feel happy overall in life. Again, I think Libra, I'm pretty sure Libra had this, so you might have a Libra in your life that is a close friend as well, that brings some sort of joy into your life. Look at this, Ten of Pentacles. We're definitely in a place where good things are starting to happen. I think for the majority of the Cancers that are watching this, a lot of the projects when it comes to your job, your businesses, whatever it is, more than likely you've been putting in a lot of work when it comes to that, and there is going to be some sort of something to celebrate in the very near future when it comes to your finances. The Ten of Pentacles represents an abundance of money, an abundance of stability. This is like everything that you've really been working towards coming to fruition, and more than likely that's going to be happening for you in the very near future. And when we go to do your zodiac of importance, it may even tell us when that's happening for you. The reason why I'm saying that is because, one, we do have that finances and career card coming out. So it's like everything here for you when it comes to emotional fulfillment, because we get emotional fulfillment from so many things in our life. Our emotional fulfillment doesn't just come from our romantic relationships, right? So your fulfillment and joy is coming from some sort of success that is linked to your job, your career, your finances. And we have the card of celebration. So congratulations, because if you are a Cancer watching this, there is a pretty big chance that you're either getting a promotion, you're getting a raise, maybe you're starting a new job, maybe you have your own business and we're finally starting to see profits come from it. Maybe we get this idea, maybe we're coming into an unexpected inheritance. There's something there that is bringing some sort of level up financially, as well as stability and success overall in our life. So congratulations, Cancer. On side note from all of that, spending time with friends and doing things that make you happy. If you enjoy music, we're seeing live music. If you enjoy art, we're going to art museums. If you like nature, we're trying to get out in nature as much as possible, even though it's cold everywhere. These are the things that are fulfilling you as well. So making sure that we're also taking the time to do those things will be of importance. But I love this for you. I absolutely love this for Cancer. I feel like this might be a little bit of a shorter reading for Cancer, but it's very to the point. Congratulations, because good things are happening for you right now. Take the time to celebrate. You know what I also want to say with this message is, for those of you that are busy bees, that you've been working really hard, also make sure you take a moment to celebrate your accomplishments and your achievements, because it is coming into fruition for you right now. Okay, let's go ahead and get your zodiac of importance for Cancers. Let's go ahead and get your zodiac of importance for Cancer. What do we have for the zodiac of importance here? We're asking, this one wanted to pop, so we're going to take it. Capricorn. Capricorn, some of the seeds that you were planting during Capricorn season in terms of your job, your finances, and your career, those might be the things that are coming into fruition for you over the next couple of days or the next couple of weeks. Capricorn season was the end of December, middle of January. We just ended Capricorn season about, well, it's been almost 2 weeks now, okay? So these could have been things that you were really working hard towards very recently, and now we're starting to see the positive sort of fruits of our labor after the fact. You might also have Capricorn in your chart. You might be dealing with a Capricorn, or there might be some things here that are going to happen during Capricorn season of next year. I know it's a long time from now, but it is something to make note of, okay? Good energies there. You might also be a Capricorn cross-watching for a Cancer, and there's your little confirmation if you needed it. All right, let's continue down the list here. Take a little breath. Okay, so we're moving on to Scorpio. Scorpio, you have the Seven of Wands in reversal. Now, I want to say Virgo had this, but they had it in the upright. So you and a Virgo might be butting heads right now. It doesn't have to be. Take that if it resonates, okay? But the Seven of Wands in the upright position does represent feeling like we have to defend ourselves, feeling like we have to fight for everything. It's us against the world. I feel like this has already happened for you and you are no longer embodying or embracing this energy. And to be honest, it's probably a good thing. More than likely, there is this sort of message from universe coming in for you saying, let's not focus so much on fighting for relationships, putting all this energy and intention into relationships that we need to fight for attention or reciprocating energy or balance. Instead of fighting for all that, shift your focus into your own projects, into your businesses, into your careers. More than likely, Scorpios, you're having dreams and there might be animals that you're seeing in your dreams. I would highly recommend doing a little bit of some research on that. Also, too, because Virgo had that same energy and message, and I think I even said, I could be wrong, I'm gonna have to go back and rewatch the replay. I think I even said that Virgos might be the ones that are having dreams about animals as well. So you might be having dreams about an animal, you might be seeing a reoccurring animal in your dreams. Make sure you look up that spiritual meaning of what that animal might be. I want to go ahead and clarify for you, of course, but it does feel like, Scorpio, there is this energy for you of saying, hey, shift your intention, your energy, and your time. Instead of putting anything towards, again, defending or fighting for relationships, whether it's with friends, with family, romantic or otherwise, and focus more on putting it towards your personal growth with your personal projects, your job, your career, whatever these projects are, okay? You do have the Eight of Wands, which is fantastic when it comes to forward movement, as well as communications linked to finances and career. If you've been waiting to hear back about a collaboration, that might be happening. If you've been considering reaching out to somebody to collaborate, it's a wonderful time to do that. This is essentially saying stop going into things that are having to be defensive or in a tension, and instead shift inward, focus on you and your forward movement and development, and you're going to see a lot of that over the next couple of weeks here. The Eight of Wands not only represents forward movement very quickly, but it does represent receiving good news as well. So if you're a Scorpio and you've been waiting to hear back about something, whether this is like good news in terms of your job, maybe you've been waiting to hear if you've been approved for a loan, maybe you've been waiting to hear about getting accepted into school or about a promotion or whatever, you might be getting that good news over the next couple of days as well. And remember, these are timeless, so whenever you're seeing this, it's probably going to be for when you need to hear it, okay? I know some of you are also watching this live as well. This Eight of Wands just says that, Scorpio, there's a lot of forward movement here for you if you allow yourself to turn away from anything that has to do with fighting. Just don't fight with anyone or anything, and anything that is trying to make you fight for its attention, its progress, its movement, its anything, it's not worth it. Shift your focus into your own forward movement, forward growth, because there's a lot of that coming in for you right now. I do want to go ahead and see what's going on for your zodiac of importance, okay? You deserve to visit India. Yes, there are some people that probably 100% deserve to visit India. And we have some Scorpios joining in right now, so you came in at a really good time. If you missed the very beginning of the water signs, feel free to rewind this as well. And I do post these after the live as well. So once we're done with the live, I post them, and you can always go back and rewatch them. I do timestamp the bottom, so you can fast forward and find your sign easily. We have the Aquarius. So for a lot of you, these are things that are happening right now. We are in Aquarius season, okay? This is the season of importance for you when it comes to this message. Like I said, there's a lot of forward movement coming in for you over the next couple of weeks. Like the next 2 weeks, if you allow yourself, and this is for Scorpio, if you allow yourself to focus on you and focus on your forward movement, your projects, your career, your finances, you're going to end up finding yourself in a place of growth, good news, positive movement, like successes are around the corner. However, if you spend a bunch of time defending yourself to other people, defending your actions, having to fight, it's like you against the world, you're going to end up missing out on some sort of forward movement and growth and some sort of like good news, because we're focused on the wrong thing. This is, for me, the big message here for you, Scorpio, is saying focus on your growth over the next 2 weeks, okay? Especially through the rest of Aquarius season. Until mid-February, all right? Focus on your growth, your forward movement, and there's going to be a lot of evolution there, okay? You might also be dealing with an Aquarius. You might be an Aquarius cross-watching for a Scorpio, or you might have this somewhere else in your chart, okay? I'm just throwing that out there. I always recommend watching your sun, your moon, and your rising sign for all of these to get a really good and complete picture, because there might be some things that are happening in your moon sign or in your Venus sign. If you're looking specifically just for love, I would definitely be watching your Venus sign, okay? All right, let's go ahead and move over to Pisces. Pisces, look at you. Look at you with this Wheel of Fortune. I love this. The Wheel of Fortune does represent the wheel of life in the tarot deck. It is constantly in motion. It is constantly moving, okay? So right now we see that this wheel is in its upright. We are on an upswing. We are on an upswing. Ride this wave of fortune. The nice thing is that this is in combination with that finances and career card, which means that over the next week or two, you might be gaining a lot of money. All right, when we talk about fortunes, you might be gaining a lot of money. And let's go ahead and clarify and see what we need to do or what we need to look out for or what is it that we're kind of doing to gain those finances. But this is nice, Pisces. I like seeing the Wheel of Fortune. The Wheel of Fortune also represents good luck. So it's like maybe you feel like you haven't had the best of luck in recent energy, recent past, but you have good luck right now. So I would take advantage of the good luck. We do have the Two of Cups in reversal. Okay, so this is going to be more along the lines of solidarity for you. Okay, this is like don't rely on anybody else for this good luck. Don't rely on anybody else for this fortune. This is going to be all based on what you do, your seeds that you're planting, your hard work that you put in. That's what's going to pay. That's what's going to end up paying off. Okay, whether it is financially, whether it's just through opportunity, whether it's just through being seen, whatever it is here, there's some positive fortunes that are coming in for you, Pisces, and it is going to be more just you and not necessarily through collaboration or through relationship or things like that. The Two of Cups in the upright is, relationship. It's coming together. These are, your contractual agreements. These are the unions. These are you and people working together, things like that. This is also divine timing, whether it's in the upright or the reversal, because that divine timing symbol up here, that's constant, whether it's in whatever position. So divine timing is at work here for you. Don't worry. I would not be waiting on a green light from anybody, Pisces. I would not be waiting on a green light from anybody. This is the time for you to show up for you. And if you do so, you're going to end up seeing that you got a lot of good luck on your side and there are fortunes coming in for you. This is nice. This is very, very, very nice. Let me go ahead and actually get your zodiac of importance here. And again, that animals card coming in for you too, Pisces. It's like if there is an animal that you've been seeing a lot, if there's an animal that you've been resonating with, let's say you do have a spirit animal or something of that nature, make sure you are taking a moment and you're doing a little bit of research on what the spiritual meaning of that animal might be. Because again, that might be a message from your ancestors or your guardian angels that could be useful right now. Let's go ahead and get that zodiac of importance for Pisces. Really nice energy there. That Wheel of Fortune is like the positive wave is here. Surf the wave, ride that wave. You're going to end up gaining something major by doing so. All right. Okay, let's go ahead and see what's going on here for the zodiac of importance for Pisces. Asking universe and okay. There's 3 and we're just going to take all 3 of them because there's 4. Okay, we're going to do this very quickly. Aquarius season is right now. These are probably things that are happening right now for you, Pisces. You also have Scorpio, Virgo, and Leo. All right, so you might be dealing with somebody that has this in their charts, okay? You might have this in your charts. There's a lot of signs here. I'm not going to go through all of these, but these are also seasons of importance, okay? Leo, Virgo, Scorpio, but Aquarius is happening right now, and Aquarius was the one that was on top when all 4 of these flipped, okay? So I'm going to say that Aquarius is probably the strongest one here for you. These are things that are unfolding and happening right now for you, Pisces. If you take advantage of this and you ride this wave of good luck and you show up for yourself, like I said, anything that you do for yourself right now, all the hard work, if you show up for yourself, it's going to pay off. It will pay off over the next couple of days or the next few weeks. Honestly, probably through Aquarius season. And Aquarius season is going to be until, I want to say February 20th, February 19th or 20th, I believe. Okay? All right. Good energies there. And then we're going to move into our final element of the evening, which is fire signs. Final element of the evening, fire signs, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. If you have fire in your chart, step on up. If you're cross-watching for a fire sign, hang out, okay? I want to say thank you to everybody that's been hanging out so far. All right, it's been a wonderful evening of messages. I'm going to go ahead and kind of clear off the table as we get ready for our fire signs. For those of you that are enjoying yourselves and you're like, hey, you know what? I have specific questions that I would like to get answered. Head over to themagicsiren.com. You can get yourself a personal reading over there. You can also save 15% through the month of February by using the promo code LOVE15 at checkout. You'll get 15% off any emailed reading or live session, excluding flash readings. Flash readings are a lot of fun. Make sure you check that out as well. They are same-day readings. They're my most affordable and obtainable option. All right. For those of you that don't know, we also are having a 7-day intuition activation workshop. That is going to be starting on 2/2/2. If you want more information about that, feel free to send me a message or just head over to themagicsiren.com. There is all the information over there. Enrollment is open and early bird pricing will be valid until the 15th of February. All right, so go ahead and check that out if you're trying to activate, unblock, or really just build a deeper connection with your intuition. It is a perfect workshop for beginners all the way up to intuitive workers and practitioners. Okay, all right. We're also over on Patreon. Highly recommend our Patreon. It's a lot of fun over there. Look at that. I was just talking about intuition, and we have that High Priestess on the bottom of the deck showing out there. I highly recommend checking out the Patreon. We have over 100 videos in that library. So if you join our Patreon, there's a lot of things for you to watch right away. There's a lot of things for you to watch right away, as well as daily content that's being posted over there. So if you like all the extra stuff, come and join our coven, all right, over at patreon.com at the Magic Siren. Okay, I'm the Magic Siren everywhere. And we're going to go ahead and get into our fire signs now. Let's get into our fire signs. This is going to be for Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Okay, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Could be your sun, your moon, your rising. You could be cross-watching. Let's get into it. Let's go ahead and see what the overall theme in terms of love and emotional fulfillment are for our fire signs. We're asking universe and spirit. Here we go. We have engagement. Look at that. Your love life is ascending to a higher level of commitment. For some of you, you might actually be getting engaged. And if you are, congratulations. Please let me know in the comments later on when it happens. For others of you, though, there is just some sort of commitment that's coming into your life. Whether this is a commitment in terms of romantic relationships, whether this is a commitment from a job, maybe there's some sort of just commitment in general. It's being offered to you, some sort of longer term commitment. It's coming in, and this is absolutely fantastic. Love this engagement card. We've had multiple people in the past get this engagement card for their mini readings or their personal love readings, and they end up getting engaged, and I love that. So, you know, Valentine's Day is right around the corner. If you're looking for a love reading, now is the time to get into the love readings. All right, let's go ahead and get our general messages here for fire signs, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Outside of that commitment or potential engagement for some of you, what else do we got here? What else do we have here? We're asking universe and spirit. So let's go ahead and see. We have support. Your life purpose fully supports you. This is that card of saying you do have support. Whether this support system is in real life, through friends, family, community, whether the support system is online, like something like this community, or even other communities that you can be part of online, or even if this support is energetically through your spirit team, your ancestors, your guardian angels, your universe, you are being supported right now, fire signs. There is some support there when it comes to the decisions that you are making and just the things that you are going through in life. Outside of the fun commitments and the things that are happening with other relationships and stuff like that, you on a personal level are being supported energetically through some of the different shifts, changes, and especially if you're trying to step more into your life purpose on a regular basis. Okay, let's go ahead and get a little bit deeper for each sign individually. We're going to go ahead and start with Aries. Let's go ahead and see what's going on with Aries. We have the sun. Look at that. Aries, more than likely, the commitment is coming in for you. I'm just throwing that out there. We have the sun card coming out. We'll talk more about that in just a minute. Let's go ahead and pull for Leo. Let's go ahead and see what's going on for Leo. What do we have to add to these themes for Leo, universe, and spirit? we need a card for Leo. We have the Eight of Wands, forward movement there, really nice energy. More than likely, Leo, your commitment is coming in terms of finances or career or projects, okay? Feels a little bit more like that. Could be in you know, other types of relationships, but it feels a little bit more career-based there. And let's go ahead and get for Sagittarius. We're gonna pull for Sagittarius, asking universe and spirit for extra messages here for Sagittarius. What else do we need to know there? What else do we need to know for Sagittarius? Asking universe and spirit. Oh, Three of Swords, Sagittarius. Sagittarius. Three of Swords energy there. Welcome in if you're just joining. We're on our last set of signs. Fire signs right now, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. If you missed your signs or your elements, feel free to rewind the video. I will be posting the replay as always as well. Okay, so let's go ahead and kind of dive in here. Aries, we have the Sun card coming out. All right, we have the Sun card coming out for you. This is fantastic. For those of you that have that Aries energy, first, we do have that commitment coming in. Whether it's engagement, like an actual engagement, or whether this is just some sort of commitment being offered to you in some way, shape, or form, I feel like that's definitely happening for you, Aries, right now. The Sun card represents joy, it's growth, it's warmth, it's that energy of like, we are celebrating life and things feel lighter, things feel better. It feels like things are really growing in our life right now, and I think that's wonderful. I think when it comes to support, you also have a support system that is very much active in your life. So I'm curious to see what's going on here in combination with that. And we're talking about Aries right now. Leo will be next, okay? So hang out. If you're a Leo, we got Leo coming in just a minute. So this is for Aries still, okay? Let's see what we have here. Four of Swords in reversal. I will say this, Aries, when it comes to your blessings, when it comes to this engagement or this commitment, when it comes to your support and things like that, don't block your blessings or your support, okay? Sometimes it ends up happening, and I feel like this is just a general, maybe this is just a general, what's the term I'm looking for? There's a word here that I'm looking for. It might just be, it's on the tip of my tongue, it'll come eventually. This just might be something that Aries tend to do in general, that you don't necessarily like to ask for help or support, okay? That's the best way for me to say it. There is a word, and it's just not coming, all right? The Four of Swords in reversal is like, try not to overthink it. If there is a support system around you, do not be afraid to accept that support. Do not feel like you cannot accept support from other people. This commitment that is going to be offered to you in the near future, you're going to have to lean on others to make it happen. Maybe this commitment is going to be a new job. Maybe this commitment is going to be a promotion. Maybe this commitment is signing a new lease or signing a new contract. It's some sort of commitment, okay? This commitment is going to require some support here, and you do have a support team. You do not have to do everything on your own, Aries. And sometimes it's hard because as Aries energy, I think it's just natural for you to want to do everything on your own. I don't need help. I can do this on my own, which nobody's saying you cannot. However, it will make things a whole lot easier if you do allow your support team to help you a little bit. The Four of Swords in the upright is that energy of a need to recharge, rest, relax, really recharging our batteries and not allowing us to start overthinking and going down that domino or snowball, right? This being in reversal tells me that it might be overdue to take a moment and breathe, to take a little moment to say, okay, there are other people that can help me. Let me pass off some of my obligations. Let me see if I can delegate a couple of other things so I don't have to do everything on my own. Because again, you do have a support system, and your support system wants to see you succeed. They want to see you grow. They want to see you happy right now. So don't be afraid to lean on that support system. This message for Aries is really powerful. Like I said, it's all positive energy here for you. Just don't block your blessings because you're trying to do it all on your own, okay? Because there is some sort of commitment that's coming in for you. And in order for you to be able to take on that commitment and gain all of the growth and the happiness and the success and all those positive things that come with it, you don't be afraid to lean on other people. or you're going to find yourself burnt out. You're going to find yourself burnt out and you're burning the candle at both ends and it never ends up well, okay? Let me go ahead and get a zodiac of importance here for you, Aries. Let's go ahead and get a zodiac of importance for Aries. Let's see what's going on. What's going on with zodiac of importance for Aries? We have Pisces. We have Pisces. So Pisces season is the next season, okay? So for those of you that are asking, you know, those Aries that are asking, well, when is this commitment going to come in? I don't see any commitments. It might be coming in during Pisces season, first and foremost. That's going to be mid-February through mid-March. So it is the next season to come. For those of you that have a Pisces friend or a Pisces person in your life, they might be the support system that we're talking about when it comes to leaning on them. You might also have Pisces somewhere in your chart, okay? Or you might be a Pisces cross-watching for an Aries, and this might be your call to be that person of support for your Aries friend. Okay, but Pisces season is right around the corner. So for those of you Aries that are ready for that commitment to come in, just know it might be coming in during Pisces season. For those of you that are calling in romantic love in terms of like an engagement, you might be getting engaged to a Pisces in the future. Just throwing that out there. Okay. All right. And we're going to move on to Leo. We're going to move on to Leo. If you're just joining, welcome. We're moving into Leo right now. Leo, you have the 8 of Wands. This is forward movement, okay? This is forward movement. More than likely in the very recent past, Leos, it feels like there wasn't forward movement. The 8 of Wands comes out after a period of stagnant energy, especially when it comes to commitments. All right, especially when it comes to feeling like we have support in our life, okay? More than likely there was a little bit of stagnant energy. However, that is going to start to shift and change over the next couple of days, next couple of weeks, okay? This 8 of Wands says we can move forward as long as we're focusing on our journey, our road, right? One of the things I like about, specifically in this deck, you can see that they're on this motorcycle. The only way that this person is going to continue moving forward is if they're looking forward. And so one of the messages here for you, Leo, is going to be don't look back. Don't look back. We're only focusing on the future here. We're focusing on where we're heading, where we're going, how we're going to get there, like our personal road. I want to go ahead and actually get your clarifying card here. 9 of Pentacles in reversal. It makes total sense to what I'm saying here. 9 of Pentacles in the upright is like we understand our worth, we're looking at our garden of life, and we're seeing all the things that we've planted. You could see here that she has all of these pentacles around her. She has these grapes growing behind her. She really understands that all these seeds that she's planted, she put all this time and energy into them, and they've grown into something that have bear fruit for her. And so when I see this in the reversal, this tells me that there's a challenge or obstacle here. Whether the challenge or obstacle is understanding our worth, that we are worthy of forward movement, we are worthy of good news, we are worthy of positive commitments and support in our life, okay? That could be one side. Or we need to take a look at our garden of life and weed some things out. There are some things here that are taking space in our garden of life. They are not giving the fruit in return. When we talk about our garden of life and all these pentacles, these are relationships, jobs, projects, living situations, ways of thinking. All the different things in our life, those are seeds. And when we plant those seeds, they grow in different times, right? Because we don't plant all of our seeds at one time. So take a look at your garden of life here. Ask yourself, where am I putting my energy and intention? Am I putting a lot of energy and attention into this project? And if I am, is it giving something in return? If you're not getting anything in return for all of that energy that you're putting into it, it's time for you to pull that out, because you might be given another seed that will lead to commitment in the near future, and you're going to need a space in your life to plant that seed. I hope that makes sense, Leo. There's also this energy with the 9 of Pentacles again, is worthiness. And we actually have a full moon in Leo today, okay? These are timeless, so you might be watching this in the far future, all right? But if you're watching this anytime throughout this first week of February of 2026, just know that there is a full moon in Leo right now. And the full moon in Leo, it highlights where we have created emotional armor based on trauma responses or just having to survive, okay? So if we have these sort of walls or boundaries because people or things in our life have hurt us, have taken advantage of us, have drained us of our energy. Now is a really good time to reflect on those and soften those out, because it might be preventing us from the growth and the forward movement. And like I said, all the fire signs are coming into a season of commitments being offered. So if you want to have this sort of forward movement with these positive commitments, with support coming in from the people that are offering those commitments, as well as support from universe and spirit and your ancestors, your spirit team, your community here with the magic siren ohana, you have to know that you are worthy of those things, and you have to believe it. All right, believe it. All the Leos I know, you are also worthy of having a full garden in your life that are also producing fruits of your labor, that are also giving to you just as much as you pour into it. Okay, that's actually, this is a very empowering one. I think that this is probably the most empowering message of the entire evening, because we had that Nine of Pentacles in reversal, and especially with the full moon being in Leo, right? It's essentially saying, like, Leo, you are worthy of commitment. You are worthy of support. We can have this forward movement if you just take a moment and you evaluate what's going on in your garden of life. Weed out the things that are no longer serving you. Weed out the things that are not producing the fruits of your labor in return. Create some space so we can plant the new seeds of commitment that are going to be offered in the very near future. Let's go ahead and get a zodiac of importance here for Leo. All right, let's go ahead and get a zodiac of importance for Leo. Let's go ahead and see what's going on. What's going on here for Leo? Zodiac of importance for Leo. Scorpio. You might have a Scorpio in your life. You might be dealing with a Scorpio. You might have Scorpio somewhere else in your chart. Scorpio season might be a season where we see our garden of life is finally thriving all the way across the board. Just throwing that out there as well. Scorpio season is a little bit later in the year. It is mid-October through mid-November. Okay, so could be a little bit later in the year. Again, you might be dealing with a Scorpio though, or you might be a Scorpio cross-watching for a Leo, and you might be that support system as well. If you have a Scorpio in your life, they also might be that support system. Or if you are a Leo calling in love, you might have a Scorpio that's offering a commitment. Okay, so that's wonderful energy. Also, if you are a Scorpio in a relationship, or maybe you're looking to have a deep commitment, that might happen during Scorpio season. So if you are a Leo watching this right now and you get engaged or something during Scorpio season, come back and let me know. Come back and let me know if you remember, okay? All right, let's move on to Sagittarius. Let's move on to Sagittarius. Sagittarius, we do the Three of Swords. This is a little bit different of an energy. All right, it's a little bit different of an energy. I want to go ahead, I'm going to actually go ahead and clarify this right away before we get too far ahead of ourselves, because the Three of Swords does represent emotionally difficult situations, okay? We have the moon, okay? It is a full moon right now, which makes sense. The moon shines the light. I'm trying to figure out how to say this, because y'all, if you're new to my readings, you're gonna see very quickly that I'm very transparent. I'm not gonna try and sugarcoat anything, but I also want to make sure that I'm delivering these messages in the most positive light as well. Okay, so look, I'm not gonna lie, the Three of Swords does kind of suck because it's emotionally difficult situations to process. Sometimes this can feel like a heartbreak. Sometimes this can feel like you are losing a relationship. Sometimes this can feel like there was other people involved. Sometimes this can feel like there were secrets, okay? And the moon also represents secrets. So I'm just gonna throw that out there. There might be some secrets here that are being hidden from you. Now, it doesn't necessarily have to be with ill intent, because we do have some sort of commitment in the near future for you. But there might also, I'm gonna be honest, for some of you, you might have some sort of commitment in a relationship, and you're learning in the very near future that maybe the commitment is not as strong as you thought it would be. The thing about the moon is, it is gonna shine light on things that are happening behind the scenes that we need to come to terms with and release in order for us to be able to have something a little bit more solid and not so under the surface in our future. So for those of you Sagittariuses that are potentially seeing or getting some sort of news that a commitment, whether this was a committed friendship or a committed romantic relationship or some sort of commitment or contract that you signed, that is now coming to an end, or maybe there was some fine print that we didn't necessarily see or something of that nature. If that's happening for you over the next couple of days or weeks, no matter when you're watching this, just know that it's going to happen in divine timing, and there will be a support system here to catch you. There will be a support system here to help you get through it. Let's say, for example, this does have to do with either a romantic situation or a friendship. Maybe there is a best friend of yours that you've had for such a long time. You guys are committed friends to each other, and then you find out that there were some secrets that were being hidden, and it really hurt your feelings. These things needed to come to the surface in order for you to be able to see this friendship at its value now, because as humans, we are constantly evolving and shifting, changing, and growing, and we're not always going to be in alignment to have these, okay? We're not always going to be in alignment to have these relationships be the same way that they always have been. And so whatever is happening, and this is an example, whatever is happening like that in your life, and that maybe things are being shown, those secrets are being, pieces of information are coming to the surface now. It's all happening in divine timing, and you do have support. That support is going to come from other support systems in your life, whether it's through friends, whether it's through family, communities, online communities like this one. I'm getting my Discord back up and running, so maybe I'll start adding the Discord link to these descriptions as well if you're watching the replay, so you can also connect with fellow, spiritual ohanas here. But you also have that support coming from universe, spirit, your guardian angels, your ancestors. Let's say that this is something to do with potentially a job, right? Maybe there was a commitment there. You've been committed to your job for a really long time. You've shown up, you've been loyal, you've stayed through hard times, and then you end up finding out that they're undermining you, or they're letting you go, or something like that is happening, and you're like, what the heck is this? Like, I was not expecting to be blindsided this way. This feels like a blindside a little bit, Sagittarius. And I know this is not the most positive and happiest situation, okay? All I'm saying is that it's happening in divine timing for some reason, and that is going to end up showing itself as time goes on. You do have a support system, so don't be afraid to lean on them. And there will be other commitments that show themselves to you after the fact. This is total safe space. This commitments that are going to be offered to you or show themselves to you in the future, you're gonna need the space in your life to be able to bring them in and plant them into your life anyway. I know whenever these moments happen like this, it doesn't feel that way, but this is definitely hindsight will make more sense. I know that it doesn't necessarily help in the moment when secrets are being shown, when things are coming to the surface, when people are showing their true colors. I know that it doesn't feel that way in the moment, but in the future, whether it's going to be in a week, a month, 6 months, a year, there's going to be that aha moment of, wow, you know what? I'm really glad I didn't end up with what I thought I wanted. I'm actually kind of thankful that it ended up happening that way, because now I was put on this path to get to this place, and I'm so much happier. There's better back and forth. It's more aligned with who I am authentically now, okay? So I really hope that whoever needed to hear that, heard that. And if you don't believe in tarot, why... Don't hang out here, okay? Can you do tarot? Let me go ahead and, before I read the comments, let me go ahead and get the zodiac of importance for Sagittarius. If you have questions about anything, please put it in the comments. I will be answering them. This is our final message anyway for the evening, okay? And I will have some time to answer some questions here. So let me go ahead and get a zodiac of importance for Sagittarius, and then we will talk about whatever it is that we have questions on. I see a couple of questions down there. Sagittarius, don't block your own blessings, okay? Don't block your own blessings here. I know that sometimes it sucks whenever these things do happen. I know that it sucks. I'm not going to sit here and sugarcoat it and be like, everything happens for a reason. Stay positive. Toxic positivity is not going to get you anywhere. Feel what you need to feel. If there is some sort of committed relationship or commitment that was in your life currently, and we're starting to see that maybe there are some cracks there, maybe there are some secrets there, maybe this person is no longer, you know, in alignment with who you truly are, yes, it's going to be difficult to potentially separate that. Yes, it's going to maybe hurt your feelings, but in the long run, it's going to benefit you. And I know that it's hard to hear that right now, all right? But just know that you are choosing you by allowing yourself to step into your support system, okay? Whether that support system is family, friends, online communities like this one, whether that support system is literally just energy around you through your ancestors and your spirit team, okay? But just know that you are choosing you, Sagittarius. This was such an interesting way to end the evening because all the other readings were not necessarily like this, okay? So just know that we're all here for you, Sagittarius. I'm a Sagittarius rising, so I'm curious to see how this is going to unfold in my life as well. And that's going to be let me go ahead and actually get your affirmation. We're getting our affirmation here for our Sagittarius, for our fire signs as a whole, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Let's go ahead and get our affirmation for fire signs. This one wanted to come out, so we'll take it. Whatever I choose to believe becomes true to me. Wow, this is so true for all the messages tonight on the fire side of things. Whatever I choose to believe becomes true to me. Whatever I choose to believe becomes true to me. This is going to be your affirmation for the fire signs, okay? And that's going to be it for all of our tarot messages this evening. I know there was a couple of comments, so while I clean up here, I'm going to go ahead and read a couple comments. Aloha, if you're just joining, we're just ending. We're just kind of ending here, okay? So if you missed the live, you can go ahead and rewind it, but I will be posting this as well, and I'm time stamping the bottom with all of our elements, so you can easily find your element. Make sure you're watching your sun, your moon, your rising, and your Venus if you're looking for love messages, okay? We had a couple of friends come in a little bit late. Sis, I have been a hot emotional mess for a week and a half, and relationship stuff is top of the list causing it. Girl, I feel it, but you know what? The fire messages, because I know that you got that fire in your chart. It is all about choosing you and knowing that there's going to be better commitments in the future coming. You have that support. Don't be afraid to lean into it, okay? Can you do tarot readings over stream, or do they need to be in person? I do offer personal readings. I don't do any in-person readings anymore because I travel. So like I'm actually located in Costa Rica right now. I move around from country to country, state to state. So I don't really offer that many in-person readings. I do all virtual readings. So I do offer one-on-one live sessions where it's over like a video chat. And then I do also offer emailed readings. They are video recorded and they're sent to you, and you can download those videos and keep them forever. There are quite a few people in this live right now that have done both in-person readings as well as emailed readings with me. And if they would like to share their experience in the comments for anyone that's new, go ahead and leave the comments as well. I do have reviews on my website as well. All of that information is on themagicsiren.com, okay? themagicsiren.com. It's also linked in my channel here on YouTube, okay? I also go live every day for all these collectives, and a lot of people tend to resonate with them, so hopefully you subscribe and I see you around. From Bible to whatever, demon just threw me up against the wall in a dream. What WTF did I do? I can't answer that question for you because I don't know what happened in your dream, and everybody has their own belief systems. What you might think might be demonic, other people might not think. If you would like some personal one-on-one to go more, to give me more detail on that, I do offer spiritual mentorship sessions where you can give me more details of what your potential personal beliefs are, or a little bit more detail on what you're talking about there, because everybody does have different experiences and beliefs, and I could give you a lot of information, but we don't have enough time on this live to do all of that either. Aloha, welcome in. I'm sad I don't drink, don't do drugs, don't have been eating chicken today, trying to quit. Yeah, you know what? With all of that Sagittarius energy we were just talking about, I would highly recommend Sinden. If you weren't here for the whole Sagittarius reading, make sure you rewind it and rewatch the whole thing, okay? Because there's probably going to be some messages there for you, 100%. I entered the chat and as they said, girl, you're fine. You're fine. Yeah, I'm too late. Oh, no problem. No problem. You know what? I'm going to be posting the replay, okay? So make sure you go back and rewatch the replay. You can always rewind it. I actually learned how to timestamp the replay, okay? So that way you guys can, when you go to watch it, you can just fast forward to your signs that you want to watch, all right? I know I came live really late tonight, but I just wanted to make sure that I was able to at least come on live. I said I was going to go live every day, and we're sticking strong to that. So we're having a good time, and this is the new format, and I think this new format is going to be fantastic, especially when it comes to watching the replay, you know, especially when it comes to watching the replay. Today I did have the Spiritual Baddie Divine Power and Magnetic Energy music playing in the background. That also is over on my channel, so make sure you check that out. And I'm excited. It's officially Sunday where I am. I don't know everybody's time zone right now. Yes, new subscribers, thank you so much for being here. I truly appreciate it. I've been trying to grow this YouTube channel for quite some time now, and we just finally hit 1,000 subscribers. It's just been so wonderful. You know, having a good time. And so anytime anyone subscribes or just watches these videos, if you put my music on in the background when you're getting ready or you're relaxing or whatever, it really does help this little small channel. And I try and do as much free content as possible for this community. So I'm just glad that you're here, and I truly appreciate everybody that comes through here. Safe space is just like church. Put the money in the basket. Happy trails. You know what? It's all free content here. If anybody ever wants to support me in a monetary way, you can get personal readings with me. You can subscribe to my Patreon. You can do the mentorships with me. I offer long-term mentorships for 8 and 12 week long, which all of those are on sale. I'm going to keep them on sale through the end of March for the new year. Okay, so you can always apply for that as well. And I do a lot of workshops too. I do a workshop every month actually. The workshop for February is our 7-day intuition activation. Enrollment is open for that now, so if you want to check that out too. We just have a lot of things going on here, but I do a lot of free stuff for our community. I do these lives every night, and I also post some sort of video every day, whether it's a YouTube short or a longer video. So I just appreciate everybody being here. Yes. Thanks for trying. You know what? I'm not trying, I'm doing it. I'm doing it. That's my mindset and motto is all about law of attraction, and I believe that I'm doing it, so I know that I'm going to get that energy in return. It's all about, you know, doing our best and forgetting the rest, and every day we wake up, we do our best, we forget the rest, and that's it. So I'm really happy to be here, and I'm very, very thankful for every single one of you for coming through. It is really late where I am now, so I am going to go ahead and end the live stream. If you are watching the replay, thank you so much for watching the replay. Consider subscribing, and hopefully I see you tomorrow. And other than that, enjoy the rest of your evening or the rest of your day, depending on when you're watching this. Stay hydrated, stay safe, and I will see you in the next one. Aloha.